Hi guys! So we're going to try to put together live an immersive kind of escape room or game. We don't have to always call them escape rooms. It can be a little scary. Okay, so you want to start off with your Google Drive. And if it's the immersive or clickable one, you want to start off with the Google Slide. And then after, I usually make the form. The form will be my lock. And the slide will be where my clues are. So Google Slides. Okay, I'm going to get rid of, I just want a blank slate. My computer is going to be running very laggy today. Okay, so I want to start off with the background, and whatever kind of background, depends on what theme you want your thing to be. So let's take a look. I'll just search. If I use this Google search versus like an actual like Google image search on a tab, I get limited choices here because these are all the the free open ones. Sometimes it's nicer to have the real ones, but background. And you might want a classroom. Maybe woods. Woods. Okay, so let's say I want that to be my background. And you can play around as much as you want with these things. Okay, so I have my background set, and what's nice about the background is having it set as a background and not an image is they can't mess with it. You can't do anything with it. Now I can layer things on top. Okay. So I'm gonna put some clues. I'm gonna put some pictures in here that I'm gonna attach my clues to. So I'm just gonna keep searching the web. And again, sometimes I will actually go get images and capture them ahead of time in my planner. So let's say I want, I don't know, rabbit. And I want it to be transparent because I want it to kind of fit in. So transparent background. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Let's see what it looks like. And what's nice is, again, you don't have that background. It kind of looks like it fits in that picture. Okay, and I can add more pictures. Let's say I want more animals. Let's say I want a frog. Nice. And you can add as many things as you want. Depends how many clues you want and how many things you want there to be sort of like as red herrings. Okay, so just to keep it simple, I'm just going to have these two. Okay, and let me put them down the ground. There we go. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to add my directions. So I'm going to get a text box. So the kids haven't done this before. And I want the background to be a little bit different, so it kind of contrasts. There we go. And I might change it to, there we go. Find the clues by clicking on different text in the scene. And use the clues and find the clues and the lock Google form. Then use the clues to let's say enter the clues, maybe enter the clues into the Google form to win. Okay, so now we want to actually put the clues in. So let's get a new slide. And, well, I guess I could have left that there, really. However you want to do it. I'm going to tell them what clue number it is, number 1, and you can make it, change the colors, make it as fancy as you like. Okay, so what kind of clue do I want? So let's say maybe I'm going to, I made a crossword puzzle. So here we go. So I've already made this. I'm going to get rid of me so I can take a screenshot. I just want this here. And then the highlighted yellow art is going to spell out my clue. So I've already made the crossword puzzle. There's lots of free crossword puzzle makers. And then I just inserted yellow squares on top and taken a screenshot of it. So pretty easy. Okay, so I'm going to go put that into my presentation. I'm going to insert that image from my computer because I took a screenshot of it. There it is. Okay. And you can let them know, right? You can let them say, clue number 1 is the 4 yellow. So you can give more specific directions if you like. So clue number 1. I'm going to link it to the rabbit. So I'm going to click on the rabbit, insert the link. That way when they click on the rabbit, they will go to, let me get this out of the way. They will go to that clue. It'll be linked. Okay, so I'm going to link it to, and that's off the screen here. Let me see if it'll let me, it'll be the next slide. Okay, so that's clue number 1. Apply. So when they click on this, they'll go to clue number 1. Okay, so I'm just going to have one clue here. Obviously, you'd have a lot more clues, and you can make them as interesting as you like. Again, in the planning doc that you're going to get, I have all different kinds of puzzles I've used over the past, and it'll give you some ideas of ways for you to sort of gamify a typical question. Okay, so let's go back. And this is my practice. I'm going to give this a name before I forget. Practice escape room. There we go. So I only have one measly clue here, but I need a lock, right? So here's where I need to add something. So I have everything, and I would add more clues. I can add more slides. Fine. Now I need to go make the lock. So I go back to my Google Classroom, and I need to make the Google Form lock. Click. Okay, and this is my practice one. Practice escape. Come on. Practice escape room form. Lock. I'll put lock form just to make sure I really remember. Okay. You always want their name. And you always want that required. Okay. Now, if you want to spruce the lock form up, you can make it look a little bit nicer. You can change colors, what have you. That's really up to you. And I spend more time usually on the picture than I do the form. Okay. And you want your questions. Clue number 1. So clue number 1, if you remember, were these 4 letters. Okay. And if you do the puzzle, it's U-M-R-G. U-M-R-G. Okay. So I'm going to go to my Google form. Clue number 1. I'm going to remind them it's 4 lowercase letters. No spaces. Okay. And then I'm going to acquire it. And I'm going to do a response validation. They have to get it correct. So text contains, and the answer is UMRG. I notice that I'm putting it lowercase, no spaces. And I'm going to let them know to try again if they get it wrong. I'm going to remind them, because sometimes they don't read directions. I'm going to put that hint, the format hint, in here. Okay. And then if you have more clues, you would continue with that. At the very end, you can add maybe an image or something like that. So maybe I want a GIF that's like, hurrah, you're done. Huzzah, GIF. And I usually use Giphy. Giphy works for me pretty much the best. GIFcat I've not had good luck with, so I would not recommend that one. Okay. So I like that one. I'm going to click on it. And again, I have to download it. however you download on your computer. I just kind of grab it on mine. And now I have to upload it. There is no shortcut. Okay, just to let you know. Otherwise, it will not move. And great job. Just let them know they did a great job. Give them that positive feedback. Okay, so that's overall how you would do that. Now I have to link the two together. Okay, so I'm going to hit send, and I want the link. So again, I hit send. I'm not adding a collaborator. I'm not sending the form, but I want the link. I like shortening the URL. I'm going to copy it. And now I go back to the original escape room. And I'm going to make the frog where linked to the form. So I'm going to insert the link. And I can paste that form. Hit apply. So now when they click on this, it'll take them to the lock. So you can have many clues, and I like keeping the clues in the same Google Slides. And then I will also have the form, which they will fill out, and that's how I'll be able to record if they completed their task. And again, you can have as many clues as you want. You want to link, you want every image to have only one clue attached to it. You don't want to put two clues with the rabbit, just FYI. Okay, so you create your background, you have directions, you create your objects that you're going to link your clues to, and then you also have your form that it will link to where they can put their answers in and you can get that feedback. All right, so this is what they would do. Okay. And again, as many clues as you would want. So it's kind of just a fun way to assess students. It's a little different. I'm still asking them vocabulary. I can still ask them to solve math problems. Because even in Google Forms, you can add questions. So if you did want them to actually show you work, like I'm thinking math teachers mostly, but if you did want them to show their work besides the clue, you could add a question and file upload, and they could upload a picture of their work. Okay, so upload a picture, photo, image of your work. So if that's what you wanted that to go with it, you could require that. Right, so that's another thing you could just add. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope it gives you some ideas. And again, if you want more puzzle ideas, like you're trying to think of ways to turn your multiple choice questions into like more puzzles, we have the slideshow here that you're going to be, that's going to be in the Google Classroom, called Why and Types of Escape Rooms. And it gives you all sorts of ideas of how to turn your assessment into something that's more like a game. Okay, I hope that helps, and good luck.